Good morning, Hampton, Virginia. This is such a beautiful day. We did not wake up with sunshine, but it is sunshine. The rainbow wants to go to the sky. Yes, that's the universe saying to get started. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you officially on this beautiful day and this very, very exciting moment for LGBT Life Center as we officially kick off the renovation and the build out of a brand new LGBT center and medical clinic right here in the city of Hampton. My name is Chris Raybrook, and I have been with LGBT Life Center since 2016, and I currently serve as the Senior Director of Strategy and Operations. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you, especially to all of our staff who are sitting and standing behind you. We would not be here if it wasn't for them. Thank you, staff. I'd also like to thank our many volunteers, donors, funders, community partners, and members of the press for joining us here this morning for this historic moment. In this moment, which begins the most important milestone in our 35-year history, is right now. I would like to especially acknowledge and thank our project partners, Congressman Bobby Scott, Senator Mark Warner, Senator Tim Kaine, Campo Construction Company, Innovate Architecture and Interiors, Town Bank, and the Department of Health and Human Services. Thank you, partners. Directly following the morning's remarks, we invite you to mingle with our leadership, and if any members of the press have any additional questions about this project, they can be directed to our Director of Communications, Corey Moore. Corey, can you give a wave? He is right there behind us. And for members of the press, if you have not already had a one-on-one interview with our CEO or our board president, we'll be taking interviews right here by our building renderings. I would now like to invite our first speaker of the morning. This man is absolutely wonderful, and he is doing wonderful things for the city of Hampton. He is making this space more welcoming, more affirming, and doing just a wonderful job with his whole department. Gabe Diaz is the Executive Director for the Office of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion for the city of Hampton. And now I'd like to invite him up to give brief remarks and introduce the Mayor of Hampton, the Honorable Donnie Tuck. Gabe?
Good morning, good morning. All righty, we are gathered here today, and I appreciate each and every one of you all, members, distinguished guests, Vice Mayor Jimmy Gray, Councilman Chris Bowman, Clerk of Council Catherine Glass, members of the community, and advocates of equality. It is my privilege to stand here as the Director of Hampton's Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion and LGBTQ Liaison to the City Manager's Office. I'm honored to welcome the LGBT Life Center to your new home on the peninsula during this momentous groundbreaking ceremony. Today, we mark the beginning of a new chapter. This center, with its foundation firmly rooted in acceptance and understanding, will serve as a symbol of progress and unity for our region. As we break ground, we're not just breaking construction of the building or addressing head-on collisions, but we're building bridges of support and compassion that extends to every corner of our city and beyond. Together, we embark on a journey that encourages dialogue, that educates minds, and fosters an environment where everyone's identity is celebrated. Let this center be a testament to our dedication to creating a safe haven here in Hampton where everyone's voice is heard and respected. As the walls arise in this center behind us, may they echo with the stories of those who fought for equality and paved the way for a brighter future. Let this space stand as a beacon of hope, a place where everyone is empowered to be their authentic selves without fear or judgment. And thank you all for joining us in this remarkable journey today towards a more inclusive tomorrow here in Hampton. With the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion by your side, we are confident that this center will become a cornerstone of progress, love, healing, unity for generations to come. Now, at this time, it is with great pleasure that I have the honor to introduce the Mayor of Hampton, Donnie R. Tuck. A steadfast for equality, an advocate for inclusivity, Mayor Tuck has been a shining beacon of support in our community here. Since 2019, Mayor Tuck has demonstrated his unwavering commitment to the LGBTQ plus community by writing proclamations that officially recognize and celebrate Pride Month here in Hampton. These proclamations not only satisfy and signify his dedication to promoting awareness and acceptance, but also highlight his genuine desire to create an environment where everyone feels valued and embraced. Mayor Tuck's leadership and heartfelt actions showcase his belief in the power of unity and diversity. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for our mayor of Hampton, Donnie R. Tuck. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, welcome to everyone. I was talking to Stacy just before the program began, and she was sharing that actually you've had a life center in Hampton for close to 30 years, or maybe more than 30 years. But the challenge has been that it was not in a place that really was what you would desire in a life center. It was in a location that wasn't easily accessible to get to, and then it was restricted in some of the programs that it offered. And so today we really come here to celebrate the process of transforming this vacant building into a facility that will be so important, not just to the members of the LGBTQ community, but to all of Hampton. It's true that the purpose of the new LGBT Life Center will be to provide support and resources to the LGBTQ residents. But in a larger sense, it will be a significant part of Hampton. It will make this a better, more vibrant, more welcoming place to live for all of us, a city that we are proud to call home. But we don't want to be just a city. We want to be a community. Anyone with geographical boundaries and some paperwork can call themselves a city. But to call yourself a community, that reflects the way we come together, the way we interact, the way we look out for each other and care for each other. We're not just Hampton, Virginia. We are a Hampton community. We strive every day to be a city of diversity and inclusion, a place where people of all different backgrounds and circumstances live together, work together, and support one another. To live up to that ideal, we can't have certain citizens go underserved. We can't call ourselves a strong community if LGBTQ people are made to feel uncomfortable in their schools, or if those with HIV feel vulnerable when it comes to getting medical care in Hampton. In Hampton, we want every citizen to have access to quality health care and critical resources. When the LGBT Life Center opens next year, it will have a clinic and a pharmacy that will be comfortable and convenient to all members of the community. This facility will provide primary care, mental health resources, housing support services, social groups, and support groups. So many resources that go to the fundamental quality of life that every one of us should have available to us. Now, in my notes I have thanking Congressman Bobby Scott for being here today, but he's not here. But you see his picture here, and because of what he did with respect to getting the Department of Health and Human Services to secure a federal appropriation, I think, of $1.8 million, we now have what will be an outstanding facility. Now, I want to thank, yes. We say he's the hardest working man in elected government. Anyway, but Stacy Walls, who's the CEO of LGBT Life Center in Norfolk, is here today, as well to celebrate the preparation for a facility on the peninsula. And Stacy, we want to thank you so much for choosing Hampton. To every resident here today, and every local business here showing support, thank you. This is a great day for everyone in the Hampton community.
Thank you, Gabe, and to your staff for leadership and diversity and equality, not only in the city of Hampton, but all of Hampton Roads. And thank you, Mayor, so much for your inspiring remarks this morning. We could not do it without your support, and thank you once again. Next, I'd like to invite the board president for LGBT Life Center, Lisa Stafford, to speak. Lisa has been a champion for LGBTQ equity and access for many years in Hampton Roads and has helped lead LGBT Life Center into this pivotal moment. Following her remarks, Lisa will introduce our CEO of LGBT Life Center, Stacey Walls, to talk about the exciting details of a brand new center. Lisa?
You know you're getting older when you have to have glasses, and I even increased the font, just saying. So good morning. My absolute pleasure to speak to you all this morning as the president of the board of directors for the LGBT Life Center. The LGBT Life Center, I don't know if all of you know, they've been around since 1989. They actually started out working with children, babies, as the Candy House. We've evolved over the years. And this is truly a phenomenal day here. This is such a powerful moment, not only for our center, but for the LGBTQ plus community. For years, we've been tireless in making our dreams of opening a full-service LGBT center on the peninsula come true. And to realize this dream is just the first step. It's one of my proudest moments is serving as the board president. I've been on the board now for 5 years. Upon my return to the area. You know, the work that this amazing staff of the center does, it's not easy, but every person contributes to our overall success, and we're so lucky to have all of you here to help celebrate the opening. You're on the front line saving lives every day. Thank you to our LGBT Life Center warriors. Without you, this work would not get done. You save lives every day, and that's not lost on any of us. Knowing that the staff and leadership of the center save lives every single day gives me and the rest of the board of directors purpose and drive for the future. Our future is bright, brighter today than yesterday, and will be even brighter tomorrow. I want to take a moment to talk about why the Life Center means so much to me. I came out in 1982. The Life Center wasn't around then. I came out, and I was reminded of the phrase gay cancer. I had a lot of friends in the mid and late 80s and early 90s contract AIDS. At that point, it was a death sentence. There was no cure. I saw these beautiful, virile people reduced to nothing but skin and bones, and people wanted nothing to do with them. It was such a scary time. You know, the pandemic we just got through, that was a scary time. This was equally as scary, even more so in some ways because there was no support. The government wasn't stepping up. They didn't know what to do. It was just a really different time. Now that there is a treatment, we have people who live every day HIV positive and undetectable. They're going to have long lives, things that my friends didn't have back then. And I know I said 1982, and I kind of wish I didn't because it really does make me seem old. Our fearless leaders today and through the years have kept us moving forward with their unwavering dedication to this organization and the local LGBT HIV communities. Our work is never done, but today is an amazing day to celebrate and take a moment to reflect on where we came from and where we're going, our future. This organization turns away no one. It offers support in so many different forms. They take care of the most vulnerable individuals and population when others won't, or they just simply can't. So thank you all so much for being here this morning. Thank you for your support with this amazing organization. I simply don't know what our community would do without the LGBT Life Center and the leadership that they provide. This is such a groundbreaking opportunity for us to be able to offer so much to the peninsula for so many people. It is now my honor to introduce Stacey Walls, the CEO, who is tireless in her dedication. I've seen the woman work almost 24 hours in a day at times, just like the rest of the staff. She's not only there for our community, she's not just a friend to the community, she is a leader, a true leader, and I'm proud to call her my friend. So, Stacy.
This is a crazy emotional day, and so I'm also not used to holding the mic, so I will try to do well. We have been planning this day for 6 years, and I am so thankful to be here with all of you to kick off this amazing adventure. Obviously, it's been more of an adventure in the last 24 hours than we would have liked. For those of you who aren't aware, yesterday we had a car drive through the building. So we are thrilled and thankful for Compo Construction and Innovate, our partners, that made it so that you can't see that a car drove through our building. And so we'll work on that for next time. But that will not deter us, and we will go onward. But I want to give you a little bit of information about the center itself. There's a drawing on the wall up there. So as everybody has talked about, there is community center. And I think that when Mayor Tuck talked about what a community is, this is literally a community center where people can come and use this building for any type of service. We have other groups, LGBT groups in the community, that use our space for meetings. When they don't have a space of their own, they gather here. Our staff lead support groups, they lead critical services. So that's the community component of what we're going to offer here. In addition, you will be able to get HIV and STI testing. You will be able to get mental health counseling. You can meet with your case manager. You can meet with your friends in the drop-in center. You will be able to see the doctor. You will be able to get your meds, and you can do all of that in this one-stop shop type of facility where we are here to serve everybody who walks through the door. This building has 4 exam rooms, 4 rooms for meeting with staff. There is a lovely conference room that we will let community members use. We have a drop-in center. The large place in the back is the community space. We have a very large pantry, which is way larger than we have in our other facilities right now. And so there's a community computer bank where you can use people can drop in and use computers. So there's all kinds of resources available in this space for people to use, and we are thrilled to offer it to this community. The community center represents what LGBT Life Center has strived to provide for our entire life. It's the one-stop shop approach to services for LGBTQIA people and people living with HIV. The center's work for full and lived equality for LGBTQ persons and people living with HIV will now have a permanent home in Hampton. While we have served this community since 1989, we have not laid our roots before today. This facility will be a premier community center with on-site clinic. We're reducing barriers to care and making it as easy as possible for people to obtain LGBTQ-focused primary care and HIV specialty care. This has been our goal for so long, and today the journey starts here in Hampton. So just to give you a little bit about community centers, because they are so incredibly important. Collectively, if you look at community centers across the country, approximately 51,000 people are served in community centers each week, with 2.7 million people served every year. The Life Center is proud to be part of that. Furthermore, of the 208 centers that are part of Centerlink, which is a national organization of LGBT community centers, there are only 12 community centers in this country out of the 208 with budgets over $5 million. The LGBT Life Center is one of those 12. And we started with a budget of $500,000. And today we are serving people in a budget of $10 million, not including this appropriation and this capital campaign. So we have good company across the country. We're proud to be a leader in the community center world across this country. But there are so many community centers that are trying to get to the place that we are now. And we are humble and we are proud to be able to do those services when so many are trying to get there. This center manages a portfolio of anywhere between 35 and 40 grants, which brings $6 million into this community and surrounding cities from federal and state resources. Additional funds are earned through our clinical programs, our pharmacy, and community donations for people who support the work that we do. That work, that support, keeps our doors open every single day. So we know that in a world today that some people may ask why an LGBT community center is important. Why can't people just get services where they already exist? Why does a center need to exist? They may try to deter it. They may try to derail our efforts. But if you are of the LGBT community, or if you are a person living with HIV, you absolutely know why this community center is necessary. When people intentionally try to dismantle systems of service and support for the most vulnerable in our community, you must wonder about their intention for humanity. Why would you not want it to be? The good thing is those voices are small and few and do not compare to the overwhelming support that this organization has had for the last 35 years. There will always be people who think we don't do enough, and we are one of those people. We always want to do more. But this new building will help us do more. It will help us achieve our goals. This building brings visibility to a community that has long had to endure less than. So, at the LGBT Center, we have values, and we talk about those values in our staff meetings. So we talk about these 6 words all the time, and so we're going to talk about them again. Those 6 words that our values are include professional, welcoming, bold, trusted, progressive, and optimistic. When people walk through our doors, they will feel welcomed. They will be welcomed with progressive services that are delivered in a best practice model of care. They will have a building that would be filled with professionals who provide quality services that no other LGBT organization in this region provides. The people who walk through this door and the organizations we partner with will know that we are a trusted partner in this community that is great, and that we are building a community that is safe and affirming for all people. We are also grateful for our federal and state funds and those funders who trust us to provide these services with the funds that they give us, and the elected officials and the congressmen and all of them who make sure that this community has designated funds just to serve this community. We will give people who walk through the door the resources to feel optimistic about their opportunities and their life. We will be optimistic in our efforts to ensure lived equality for everyone. The building stands as a bold statement in this community to break down stigma and create safe space for all who walk through it. This building helps us save lives. There are so many people here today that deserve thanks and recognition. First, our staff, who are they have been waiting patiently for this building for 6 years. And I think LaTanya will do a little dance back there because LaTanya lives over here. She lives on several of our staff members live on the peninsula, but LaTanya lives over here, and she provides services back and forth and back and forth. And so there is nobody more anxious to open this building, I think, than Tanya. This amazing team has come together after some challenging transition years. They have grown and worked hard to bring new energy and ideas to this agency. Nonprofit, mission-based work is hard. And this group around you perseveres. They make it happen for everyone, every day. So I'm going to close with just a few statements that are part of my morals and my goals for this community and for this organization and for everybody to embrace. speak up. Well, not like right now, but like Hudson. Speak up. Speak up for trans kids. Speak up for trans adults. Speak up for education that teaches factual history. Speak up for bodily autonomy and reproductive rights. Speak up for all people living at the intersection of queer and black and brown and API and all those other identities that we love to see. Speak up for justice. Speak up for love. Just please speak up. Find your voice, and we are here to help you do that. Because the time is now, and we are here to help you love your life and love this community. So thank you so, so much for being here. I see friends in this community, in this audience, all of our staff, some of our former staff who've believed in us the whole time, some of our community donors, our community members, our funders. It is thrilling. And so thank you for taking time out of your day today to be here and to celebrate this momentous occasion for us. We are thrilled. Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you for your nearly 21 years of leadership in Hampton Roads and for sacrificing your career for the better mission of people who are living with HIV and people who identify as LGBTQ. We would not be in Norfolk and we would not be in Hampton without your continued leadership and your dedication to the cause. Thank you so much. I once again would just like, as we close, to thank everybody for coming this morning. For the press in attendance, if you'd like to have a one-on-one interview once again with Stacy Walls or our Director of Communications, Corey Moore, they will be available for comment over by the building renderings. We look forward to updating our community as this exciting renovation project continues. Please follow LGBT Life Center on Facebook, Instagram, or sign up for our newsletter at lgbtlifecenter.org to see the progress of our construction over the next several months. Thank you again for your time this morning. We look forward to welcoming you back for our grand opening celebration of the LGBT Life Center in Hampton, Virginia in the spring of 2024. Thank you, everyone.